All right, all right, all right. Okay. I am going to need my coffee today. This is a beautiful thing. Oh, I am hey Vincent, thanks for coming out, buddy. Oh, I'm going to is it it's not too bright, right? It's good. Yeah, it's good. It's a little washed out behind me, but no big deal. Hey, bud, how you doing? The Saint. Oh. All right, guys. So, uh I got 6-3 Panthers tonight, man. How we feeling about that? I think the Islanders are going to lose again. Big, 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 big. And Bobrovsky's not going to give up four. That's where I am. Mario, thanks for coming out. That's a new name. Oh yeah, nice. That's a Sabres logo, right? Yeah, very cool. Mike, hey bud, how you doing? Mike and Bud are here. You're getting your reverse retro today, bud. Nice, sweet. Make sure you send some photos to the Discord. Absolutely. So we got the same lineup in tonight, so that's good. I was hearing a whisper that maybe Marchment was going to get into the lineup, but who are you taking out? They better not be taking Lomberg out. But as far as Jameson Olive said no lineup changes tonight. So yeah. Yeah, not unless our defenders want. Well, I talked about that today in the pregame. I kind of got the score right because I said 5-2 Panthers, and technically we scored five and they scored two. It should have been like 5-2-2, right? Because we scored two on our own. So kind of technically I was kind of right, man. Yeah, I saw that, but the Sabres are at the top of the Atlantic. I looked at the standings yesterday and like all the teams that had 2 points. But this was before they won again. I guess they won again here. Um, yeah, look, a lot of people had them pick, bad, bad, bad. Obviously, they're at least capable of winning some games here. Um, let's see what else we got. Tampa's at the bottom of the Atlantic. Yeah. Hey Donna. All right, Bill's driving. You guys are going to the game. That's good. That's good. That's good. 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 Give me some good shots, guys. I think Lucas is down there. Yeah. No, I don't think I know. Um, Lucas was asking me if anybody wants to meet up with him in Tampa. He's going to go to the Tampa game. The Panthers Tampa game on Tuesday. So if anybody wants to meet up with him, just message me on Twitter, and I'll help you guys get connected. Vincent, yeah, the power play needs to be better. Look, I saw. Look, I can't believe I'm going to have to do this again. Last year, it took 2 months of me pounding the pavement to get Owen Tippett in the top six before Q finally listened to me and put him in there, and you see what happened. Apparently I'm going to have to do the same thing. Get Reinhardt off of the power play. When Barkov, Huberto, and Tippett, okay? I want those three guys like Stamkos, Kucherov, and Point. Design some plays to get Tippett one-timer in. Boom. That'll be the end of the overpassing, and that will fix the power play. And I'm going to stick to that till they do it because I'm right. I guarantee it. Just like last year. I'm telling you, Tippett needs to take Reinhardt's power play time. Absolutely needs to happen. Because we're doing the same thing as last year. The same thing as what happened to us against Tampa Bay in the playoffs, where we're trying too many passes and they're getting sticks on the pucks. The same thing was happening against the Penguins the other night. So I didn't see any difference. There was no difference there. And until Reinhardt gets his legs under him and kind of gets used to the system and everything, I'm telling you, I know I'm a Tippett fanboy and all that, but I haven't been wrong. That kid we need to use his one-timer on the power play. And that's all I'll say about that until the next person makes a power play comment, and I'll say the damn thing again. But keep Reinhardt, lose Bennett, 6-1. Either way, whatever gets Tippett and his one-timer on that power play one. The whole thing needs to be redesigned. You know what I mean? The whole thing, the format of how we're doing it, how we're running it needs to be redesigned. Mike, man, I'm not ignoring you. I promise, man. If you guys had any idea what my real life was like, I mean, I'm still, dad with, autistic kids. You know what I mean? My day-to-day life is is filled. But Mike, yeah, no, I appreciate the help that you guys are trying to give me. I was hoping tomorrow, um, since the Dolphin game is early, I was hoping tomorrow in the afternoon, evening time, I definitely have some time to get that set up. I appreciate it, man. I do. Chris, man, Greg, dude, just right out the box, just hit me with the waffles are better than pancakes. Next week, I'm gonna have a video out that's gonna list all the different ways that you guys can show support for the channel. The reason why I'm mentioning that is because, as Chris knows, in my Teespring store, which I haven't promoted in years, but I have T-shirts that say waffles are better than pancakes and pancakes are better than waffles and mugs and all of that. So I'm gonna have a video out next week that's just gonna lay it all out. Because I'm so bad about mentioning it in the videos, my voice is already going. I'm so bad about mentioning it in the videos that I need a video to mention it and just be done with it. I know I'm missing comments, guys. I'm sorry. Vincent, I agree with you there. Tim, I agree about not overreacting. My point about the power play is that it was being stopped in the same manner as Tampa Bay stopped us in the playoffs last year, where we're not passing quick enough, so the defense is able to get sticks on the pucks. So I hear what you're saying, but the thing for me is that it's the same issue as last year. I would like to see it be completely redesigned to feature one-timers from Tippett, obviously. Barkov doesn't exactly have a bad shot either. You know what I mean? But yeah, I get what you're saying, man. I mean, I don't want to overreact either, but to me, that's one thing that has carried over since last year. Bob, I'm not saying it, Chris. Tim, French toast casserole. Now, I know about the French toast, but you got to tell me what French toast casserole is. Is that like French toast with hash browns on top? You got to let me know on that, man. Yeah, I got to know what that is. So Huberto is 1 point away from 500. That's sweet. That's sweet. Chris, I I saw you the other day, man. Or was it you? No, Chris, it was actually Ralph on Twitter saying the power play missed Yandel. Oh, man. Did you see the goal that Yandel was involved with? The one that Hart gave up there where he didn't know where the puck was and it was on the line. And then the other guy came in sideways. There was a lot of weird goals, man, like Ekblad's when you had that scrum in the front. It's early in the season. Weird things happen, man. Let's see. French toast casserole is a cross between sticky cinnamon buns and French toast. Oh, that sounds good. Because I have a sugar fetish anyway. So that definitely sounds good. See, Mike, the problem with one-timers from the point is if you have a good chance to clean up the puck by mistake if you missed the net. Right. Well, what I want them to do is I feel like what that freaking play, and Tampa Bay is still running it with Cooch on Stamkos on the ends and Point in the middle, and you don't know if Cooch is shooting it or sliding it slowly across to Point. We can do that. We need to be doing that with Barkov, Huberto, and Tippett. Okay, and if they don't want to put Tippett in, put Bennett in. But the power play needs a redesign. It absolutely needs a redesign. We should be just modeling ourselves after what Tampa's doing. In my opinion, we have the talent to do that. We have the talent to be better in the power play than we are. How many own goals were Ekblad and Uyghur scored tonight? No own goals. I'm going to go out on a huge limb. I did this in the pregame. Bob is going to give up less than 4 goals tonight. He's going to give up fewer than 4 goals. I know how that sounds, right? Because even when he plays well, the puck finds a way in the back of the net. But I'm calling it tonight. Less than 6-3. 6-3 Panthers is what I got tonight anyway. Yeah, Vincent. We talked with Billy. Stu and I talked with Bill Lindsay about that. And he definitely felt like at the beginning of the season, it's the referees just being over strict. And then as the season progresses, they will get a little bit more lenient and the players will adjust a little bit. So, yeah, a block shot by by a one-time release or a shorthanded giveaway. I know you. I guess you guys don't like the one-timer. You guys are just gonna have to wait for him to do it, and then it'll work, and then I'll have to say I told you so, and that's okay. That's good. I'm used to that. That's good. It's fun. No, I'm not talking about one-timers from way out far. I'm talking about we have the talent to model our power play exactly the way Tampa Bay runs theirs. That's what we should be doing. My opinion. Yeah, Ekblad had the Saint, he had a hat trick. Yeah, I mentioned that in the recap. He kind of had a hat trick. Two for us, one for them, right? And a Lee hat trick coming up after I say who's Lee? Hey, Robin. All right, bud. I appreciate you here, bud. No problem, man. I appreciate that, man. Everything's good. It's pouring outside. We finally got a cold front, man. So the high was 83 today, but it's already like 60 outside, man. He had a Ekblad hat trick. Exactly, man. Thornton hat trick. Jeez. Yeah, Chris, am I saying Bob gets injured? No, I'm saying he's just one game. Bob is going to play well enough to only give up 3 goals tonight. Anders Lee, the Isles captain. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. You reversed it on me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Robin, I've had that. I've seen a few people say the same thing. What they saw from Thornton. God, I can't talk today, guys. He didn't look out of place. It's early in the season. I'm sure we're going to be able to keep him fresh. Like I said earlier, there were whispers that Marchment was going to be able to come back. As long as they're not taking Ryan Lomberg off the ice. If you're going to put Marchment in, let him center that line. And give Joe a rest. Lundell on the PK was good too. Yeah. The second unit was actually a little bit, well, they weren't on the ice as much, but I guess just one game. And the thing of it is that we had so much time killing penalties, man, that it's hard to really get a good gauge on a whole lot of things. One couple of things I saw carry over from the Tampa series. Those are the only things that I really look at, because that, if anything, was the same thing as last year. For me, the setup of the power play, Uyghur looks still like he's trying to do too much. Is it just me? Somebody set me straight there if it's just me. To me, it looks like Uyghur is trying to do too much, almost like he's skating himself out of position. You guys let me know what your thoughts on that. Yeah, Lundell's a mini Barkov, Robin. Absolutely. I see people always forget about Lee. Yet before he got injured, he was leading the Isles in goals, and the Isles were scoring. Yeah, he's one. You know, that's a good point, Mike. He's one of those guys that you're like, oh yeah, that's right. You know what I mean? He's an excellent player, obviously, but he's one of those guys that just doesn't get the fanfare or the attention that he probably deserves, man. What do I think about Ollie? Man, 11, that's a new name. Thanks for coming out. What do I think about Ollie? Well, Zito hasn't missed yet. Right? Now, the only thing I'll say about him is that I tend to base my opinions on new incoming players on the fans of the team that he came from. Okay. So like when we were trading Matheson, we knew what Matheson, we were telling the Pittsburgh Penguin fans, good luck. Right. So when the trade went down, I saw a lot of Canucks fans saying, yeah, good luck. The guy can't skate. He can't move. That's what I saw. So I'm not saying that myself personally, because I haven't watched him play enough. So if he comes here and does what Sam Bennett did and Forsling, then beautiful. You know what I mean? And if not, we didn't really give up a whole lot to get him. And we do have need for a legit top 4 defenseman. Can he be it? Don't know. He certainly adds to the depth. And we'll just have to see how, he's not going to be rushed into the lineup anytime soon, I don't think. Nuttavar is almost close to healthy and everything like that. So I think he's going to have plenty of opportunity to take his time and kind of get used to things. But I'll reserve judgment to see how he plays for us because, Bennett wasn't exactly lighting it up in Calgary. And then you see what happened when he came here. Let's see. Zito had a couple of busts. Sinestroza, for example, who's been doing well since his departure for the most part. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, he hasn't been perfect. He's been close enough to perfect compared to what we had before. In terms of asset management, Robin, you know what I mean? In terms of asset management, because he wasn't, was it Zito that traded Trocheck, or that was still Talon, right? That was still Talon. I believe I'm right there. Yeah, Jeremy. Yeah, it probably will be more full. I know a lot of people said in the recap, because I mentioned the attendance in the first period, but then a lot of people mentioned that it did fill in. I had a couple people mention that the traffic was really, really bad. There was a lot less of a problem when the games were at 7:30. They moved them back to 7, and now the stands are whoever's coming to the game. Half the people don't get there for face-off, and I hear a lot of times it's because of traffic. All right, let's see. I know I'm missing stuff here. Yeah, the upper bowl was Talon traded Trocheck. Thanks, bud. I appreciate that. Yeah, because my brain sometimes, it all melds together. You know what I mean? Jeremy, you heard it was 18. I heard it was 14. Somebody said it was, but still 14. They got loud. They got loud at the end. I don't know about you guys, but when it was 4-2 Pittsburgh, I just couldn't believe what I was seeing because here we are winning the game 2-0, and the next thing you know, it's 4-2. And I just did not know what I was going to go on and say. I could not fathom the idea I was going to have a game 1 rant after we blow the lead. I mean, so I'm glad. I was happy Matthias was here. You guys saw it. None of that tonight. Like I said, for the people who are on the Patreon and the YouTube members, I write an article after each game. And one of the things I said was we kind of saw it all. We saw everything. We saw that we can dominate. We saw how fast it can fall apart when we get lackadaisical because we're overconfident, because we can dominate. We saw the defense is not done yet. The defense is not ready. And we saw all 40 shades of Bob. We saw them all. Well, except that none of them was really a bad goal. We didn't see bad goal, Bob. A couple of things I'll say about Bob. It's clear that he worked on the 5-hole issue because they were shooting for that 5-hole and he was getting the pads closed and the stick down. So that's good to see. Hopefully that habit will continue. Yeah, One Bad Steve still hasn't been back since the Jets won. That's it. He quit while he was ahead. Tim, do I like the third or the fourth line better? That's a really good question, man. The personalities of those lines are so different. For Toronto, how many years in a row do we got to say, you got to stop with the stupid penalties? Now we got the one, stupid. Then we finally had stopped taking penalties, and he takes another one with the high stick. That's why, guys. I know people like Vetrano. When he gets streaky, he scores, and the goals come in handy. But the stupid penalties, and when he's not scoring, those penalties come back. So in terms of the third line, I like it, and I know we need Vetrano's goals. I know we need that. But boy, the minute Deanisenko or Heponiemi can take that spot, I think I'd be good there. As far as the fourth line, which one? I mean, we've got 2 fourth lines worth of players, right? Because you got Thornton and Duclair, who's not a fourth liner, and Lomberg. And then if Achari is healthy, you could legit put out there Achari with Marchment and Lusterinen. at the very least, and then you'd still have to move Duke, so you could leave Duke there. We've got 2 fourth lines. It's ridiculous, man. Did I just forget about Noel? Which one? What? Achari? Well, are you talking about Achari? I didn't forget about him. He's not on the 4th line right now, bro. He's not going to be here for a while, right? Sean, yeah. There's a recap. I'd have to find it. There's a recap from I think 2 years ago, might be 3, where he took a couple penalties and I'm screaming, "Get for Toronto off my friggin' hockey team." Yeah. So that was and you know what? I gotta hold on a second, guys. Give me 2 seconds here. Something just popped up. Oh, jeez. All right, first things first. Now I screwed that up. Give me a half a second, guys. My computer. Hold on a second. Is timeout. My computer decided it's going to try to my computer decided it was going to try to do the Windows update. Okay. All right, we're good. We're back. Sorry about that. In the middle of a live stream, the stupid thing gonna pop up. Do you want to do Windows update right now? I'm like, yeah, no. All right, so I missed a couple of things. Oh, you meant talking about Saron Noel. Well, is he he's not up, is he though? He's still in the AHL, right, bud? I mean, I'm not forgetting about him. I want to see him on the ice. Where? I don't know. Next year, when Joe retires. Michael Paul, I can't tell if you're trolling me or not, bro. I appreciate you coming out to the live stream. Jack Skilly 2.0. I'm not well. I'll let the chat monitor itself there. But I agree with you there, man. Yeah, Tippett's gonna have like 60, 70 points this year. He's shooting. He's absolutely shooting. That was the last piece that was missing. I love to see it, man. I love to see it. That's right, Chris. Yeah, thanks for coming out. Denisenko, Maxim. I know, Mammon. It's Mammon, right? It's hard to say the M and the M. Yeah, well, and then he started looking good in camp, and then he got hurt again. I think he's almost ready now, but yeah. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, I've been meaning to do that. It's just the last 2 or 3 days it's been popping up at inconvenient times. So I'm like later, and I just forgot about it. But usually, what it'll do it's just a laptop, and usually, I close it at night. I'll wake up in the morning and it will update it itself. I've never had it, but it's that time of night anyway. So, after Thursday, you think Thornton was thinking, yeah, I made the right choice. Yeah, probably, right, Tim? Yeah, he's got to be happy, right? I mean, geez, look at the guys he's playing with, man. I mean, let's face it, Duclair's not a 4th liner, right? On any other team, they're screaming to get Duclair on the 2nd line, especially the way he played the other night. So that's not a 4th line. Joe Thornton with Lomberg and Duclair at worst is a 3rd line, and that's only because Thornton is not like a top-notch guy anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see. My people complain too much about the Windows update. They're just inconvenient at the time. You know what I mean? It seems like I'm always doing something. You know what I mean? But I'm always doing something. All my work's on the computer and the laptop. So, Nerful, thanks for coming out, bud. I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. I appreciate you coming out. Hopefully it's not too good of a year. Well, I've always been saying, I got us for the Eastern Conference Finals. We have things to fix. Game 1 showed us we still have some residual stuff to fix, man. Right, Chris. Yeah, I agree there. Chris Grega. Chris, how long have I had this jersey? Let me think. At least 14 years. At least 14. At least, because the last game I went to down there, was in 2000. No. Yeah, at least 13, 14 years is how long I've had it. I recently got the white one, but we're at home, so I wore the red. Let's see. I just missed something. Creston Thomas, thank you, bud. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Very nice. That's a new name to the channel, and I really appreciate that, genuinely. So I missed somebody had a question here. Oh, do I think the Panthers have a better fourth line than the Isles? Mike, different. Very different fourth lines. I don't think you'd be able to compare the two. I know the Islanders, pretty much everybody has pretty much considered them having the best fourth line in hockey. In terms of an agitator line mixed with talent, I still think that the Islanders have a better fourth line in terms of like that. But in terms of a fourth line that's got energy and speed and can score, that, with a Chari in the middle or Saran Noel in the middle or the kid that's hurt. Jeez, I'm missing the kid that's hurt. Listerinen. I can't get his name. We have like three good fourth lines worth of players, but the Islanders' fourth line has been the best fourth line in hockey for a little bit of time now, and it's going to take some effort there to replace them. But the Panthers are in the conversation now in terms of talent-wise anyway. Matthew Gene, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you coming out. Right, and Bud, yeah, that's the one thing we know with Matt Martin not being there right now. But still, we're going to see it tonight. It'll be interesting to see those two lines lining up against each other tonight. Absolutely, because it's different styles. Absolutely different styles, man. All right, Nerful. Oh, I see what you're saying. You said hopefully it's not too good of a year for Tippett, and we have to re-sign him. Right. Okay. We need to. Somebody said up above we need to extend him now. But if I start harping on that, then everybody's just gonna, I want him on power play one. That's where I'm at right now. He gonna get paid. He's gonna get paid. Absolutely. I don't disagree there, Nerful. Well, that's for sure. All right, let's see. Maybe Duke on the third for Toronto and put Marchment on the fourth. You think? Chris, yeah, I understand that. Look, Q will move people around. There's no doubt about that. If Toronto keeps doing stupid penalties and it costs us a game, we lose a game, I wouldn't be surprised to see him get moved down or sit for a game because we've got guys galore that can play. So that's actually a good question, Chris. And yeah, you could put Duke anywhere. That's what I talked about if you guys watched the videos I did over the summer when I talked about what Anthony Duclair, and his preview. I love the way Q is using them. It's exactly what I thought. Just put him wherever we need. Somebody gets hurt, that's where you put Duclair. Whatever line he's on is just going to be smoking fast. But yeah, Chris, that's a good point. The only thing, Chris, is if we're planning on trading him come deadline, we don't want to ruin his value either. So there's 6 of one, half dozen of another there. You know what I mean? But he's got to stop with the stupid. One a game is bad enough, but he did 2 times the other night. All right, let's see here. Oh, no, Tim, no. If we win around, I have to get the new logo jersey. Why? Can I? No. Oh, I just knocked the microphone. You guys let me know the microphone is touchy. So if I knock the microphone and you suddenly can't hear me, tell me. Let me scroll down to the bottom of the chat. Make sure you guys can still hear me. Oh, Creston. All right. Hey, I'm seeing there. Oh, you did it twice. All right. I appreciate that. Does Marchment play when healthy? That's a good question, buddy. There were whispers about him playing tonight. I wasn't sure who they were going to take out because of Ryan Lomberg. I don't want Ryan Lomberg out of the lineup, but Q does love the kid. The question is, would we put him at center? Would we put him at center and put Marchment, Lomberg with Duclair? You're not going to take Duclair out of the lineup. So the only way Marchman's getting in is either taking Lomberg or Joe Thornton out of the lineup. Now maybe against Tampa on Tuesday, that might be something. Achari being hurt kind of changed things. Don't be surprised though, like Chris was saying up above, Creston, if Toronto keeps screwing around with the stupid penalties, don't be surprised to see Q put Toronto on the bench and put Marchment right up there in the third line. I guarantee you, Q is not going to screw around with that. That might be quicker. That might be a quicker way than him taking Lomberg out of the lineup. Because how do you take Lomberg out? He's like the Tasmanian devil out there, right? So, Toronto needs to score. If Toronto's not going to score and not play smart, I'm all for putting Mason Marchment on that third line, man. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. All right. So it's my mic is good. Thanks, but I appreciate that. It's very, very touchy. If I bump it every once in a while, that's why I have my headphones there so I can check it on myself. All right. I missed something up here, guys. Yeah, Michael, about the comment about Yandel. Did you see what happened to Yandel on the goal that Carter Hart gave up, where the goal was on the puck was on the goal line? Yandel got toasted. Yandel got toasted, pure Yandel style. But the goal was on Hart. Chris, yeah, you don't know why. I see two comments here. First off, Chris MB, don't know why Q has Bennett on the first power play line and not Tippett or Carter Verhaeghe. I wouldn't be surprised to see some changes. But I think, to be honest, guys, I think the problem with the power play is design. Because different players this year, same result in the game one as we had against Tampa Bay, where we're overpassing, we're too bunched in, we're overpassing, and the PK is getting sticks on pucks, yeah, and getting it out. I believe, to me, the problem with the power play is design. It's not mattering who we put out there. We keep getting the same results, right? So that, by definition, that's kind of showing it's a design problem. It's a design problem. I'm going to pound that. Now, Chris said you have to think about trading Hornquist in his 5.3 cap hit. Man, don't say that on Twitter. Don't say that on Twitter. You get eaten alive on Twitter for that one. Everybody likes Hornquist, man. Everybody likes horny, right? Everybody wants to be horny. You know what I mean? And also, Chris, both times I brought that up. This time when we talked to George Richards, and I brought it up over the summer when we talked to Randy Moeller about Hornquist, and both guys were like, "Yeah, no." Both guys were very, very putting a lot of importance on what Hornquist does in front of the net and in the locker room. So he seems to have enough pull. I don't think Hornquist is going anywhere, man. That cap hit is something. I don't disagree with you there, but he's the guys like him. You know what I mean? The team likes him. All right, I'm going to go to the bottom of the thing here and then work my way up. Right, horny is gritty and horny is gritty. Horny, gritty playing gets nasty in the areas. Yep. I agree with that. It's the cap hit. Look, if Hornquist was making $2 million, $3 million, nobody would be having that conversation. But 5.3 is a bit much. You know what I mean? Right. There's Robin. There he goes. Robin took a break from what he was doing. That the Hornquist, man. Nobody wants to say anything bad about Hornquist. I gave that up over the summer. I learned my lesson. Really quick. George, I think it was either George or Randy was like, yeah, no, whatever. So I was like, okay, no, I won't say that again. Oh, Nerful. Hornquist has a no trade clause. Well, that ends that. That ends that discussion. All right, let me take a sip here. All right, Mike, I appreciate that. Yeah. I'll see you on the Discord tonight too, but I'll get with you tomorrow about that, Mike. I do appreciate the help that you guys are trying to give me. My bankruptcy hearing is in 5 days. And last night, We were in the middle of that conversation, Mike, on Discord, and I got an email from the lawyer, and it was a bunch more paperwork I had to fill out, and that's why I dropped off. I had a moment. I had a little mini meltdown. I had to go outside because I couldn't believe there was more paperwork. Robin, I'm fed up with your hate for Wenberg. I don't have to have you talking smack about horny as well. No, I'm good. I'm good. Everybody wants horny. Everybody wants to be horny. Sweet Nirvana. Yo, how you doing, bud? Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it, huh? Horny's entering my area. He's starting to lose his hair. Yeah. Hey, look, let me tell you something. I spent, what am I? I'm 50. I shaved it. What was it? What was that? 4 years ago, guys? I spent like 20 years. I started losing my hair when I was 27. So I spent almost 20 years losing my hair, wishing it would grow. And now that I shave it, I'm like, stop growing. Stop growing. It's a pain in the ass. Every other day I got a shaver. It looks stupid because it's all thin up here and it's still black as night on my sides. I don't want to look like the ring around the rosy dude. You know what I mean? It's a pain in the ass. I can't get it to stop growing. But up top, it's horrible, man. I'm glad I shaved it. I went patchy bald. I went the bad kind of bald, man. I didn't like just get the nice, what do you get? You get that widow's peak. It kind of goes back, and I didn't get that, man. I got like hair here and a clump of hair gone here, and it was bad, man. It was really, really bad. So, all right. Tim, yeah, you're talking about horny, right? The cap hit. Right. I agree with you there. And it's not a full no trade clause, it's a modified, right? Yeah, Nerful, that's a good point. I don't think he's going anywhere. The money to clear off money to me is Vetrano. He's what he making? 2.25, 2.5, and we're not going to re-sign him. Nunavara is making like 2.5. That's too much. That's too much on this team for a guy who's just barely going to make it at 6D. That's too much money. We can trade both of those guys at the deadline and bring in a top 4 defenseman. I am going to pound this all year till it happens. Tip it on the first power play for the one-timer and a real top 4 defenseman. I know some of you like Montour. He's not the answer. We got him last year. I've been waiting to see it from him. I've been waiting to see it. I'm not seeing it. We see offensive flashes, but it seems like he's out of position defensively too much. Too much. I want one guy. I want one veteran, top 4 guy that his job is, I'm going to stay here. I'm not going to screw around. I don't need to score. And I'm not letting the puck pass me. Just one. Just give me one guy. All right. That's the end of that round. Panthers fan, thanks for coming out. You're calling it. We're winning 3-1. I got 6-3. Woo, boy. You got Bobrovsky only allowing 1 goal? Dude, man, you're brave. You're brave. I'm not gonna lie, you brave, man. Bigfoot Soflo fan. I like that. That's a cool handle, man. Yo, go Panthers. Rotating the 4th line. The 4 lines was unstoppable last game. The only thing he was trouble was the dumb penalty. 5-on-5. We dominated again. Amen. That's it, man. Absolutely. The ice time got all screwed up, right? Because of all the damn penalties. If we could just stay 5-on-5 most of the time, it's going to be a good night. It's going to be a good night. Michael Knight, appreciate it, bud. Go Cats from Vegas. All right, all the way from Vegas. What the hell time is it there, dude? It's like 2:30 in the afternoon, right? Am I right on that? It's 2:30. Boy, it really started. If you guys hear it, it's really pouring outside now, man. And I had too much coffee again, so that's a good thing. So, all right, Robin, here's a suggestion or a question. Am I thinking of doing live streams during the games like other NHL tubers do? No. Well, okay. Let me walk that back a second. I'm not saying never. Let's start there. I'm not saying never. There's no way I can do an hour before the game, the whole game, the recap, and then remember the day after I'm doing reviews of the games. My voice is just not gonna. You hear it at the end of these live streams. I've thought about doing the full game at some point this season. I'm gonna test it out. At some point, like if there's an afternoon game, so it won't be so late at night and everything like that. At some point this season, I will test that out. But I got to get a different setup because I don't have the TV's not here in front of me, right? So, and I don't want to stream. I got DirecTV on the 70-inch downstairs, so I'm watching downstairs. So I would have to set up downstairs and have some other setup behind me so it doesn't look like crap. It would take me some effort. I don't know if I have the stamina for it, Robin. That's the biggest thing. Um, I after I'm all jacked up on coffee and everything like that, but I don't know if I have the stamina to do it. I wouldn't want to be sitting there, in the second period and just be like, oh, we should have shot the puck there. You know what I mean? I don't want to run out of steam, but I do plan on trying it. My problem, Robin, as you know, is that whenever I try something, I want to do it every game. You know what I mean? I want to do it every game, right? So I'm trying not to put too much pressure on myself with that. But if we have an afternoon game coming up, preferably weekend afternoon game, I will give that a shot and see. I got to see how my voice reacts and can I do it? Can I do the stream? And remember, I filmed the recap segments during the intermissions, right? So I don't want to screw that up. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, man. No, Robin, I wish I could do it all, right? You know what I mean? When I'm the size of Steve Dangle and I've got 200,000 subscribers and every video makes me 200, $300, then I can do it because I won't have to do anything else. You know what I mean? So, all right, I missed a couple of things here. All right. Oh man, the only thing we need to do is bring back Yager. Did you guys see the story about Yager that they put out over the summer? He's over Russia, Ukraine, one of those areas. His dad owns like a team, and Yager is having to play to keep the team afloat because that's the only way they'll drive attendance. And this Yager's talking about it. He's like, I'm sad, I'm depressed, I can't play anymore. I don't want to play anymore, but I have to, or the team will no longer exist. Really, really was the depressing story. And actually, from the photo, it kind of looked like he completely like got out of shape. Um, that poor man, he needs to be able to retire and enjoy himself. You know what I mean? He's given enough. Um, yeah, man. So I kind of feel bad for him because I'm the same age as him. So I get it. You get to a certain age and you're just like, I'm done, man. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done. And that's where he is. And he was saying it in the interview. He was like, I'm done. I don't want to do this, but I have to. That's not a good feeling for anybody. So, all right. Hey, the Saint, man. I appreciate that. I much, much appreciate that. Absolutely, dude. Genuinely. Big, 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 big thanks. I'm going to take another sip of coffee because I'm not hyper enough. Yeah, I appreciate that, buddy. Genuinely. Really. All right. Chris. Chris says none of our and Vagrant, I guess Vagrant are that's for Toronto. So we'll have 15 players signed and dead cap space totaling 78 million. Which leaves 3.5 million to spread around 8 players, including Tippett. Really? Huh. That's interesting. So that's taking away Chris. Chris, man, we're gonna have to make a video. Chris, you got to get with me. We need to make a video for the Patreon, about these cap